Damn, man. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, fuck. This shit couldn't be real. Like, you feel me? Niggas never would have thought. You know what I'm saying? But before we even go into this video, how to my squad? What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Hope you feeling good. Hope you feeling great. Hope you having a good day. If you're not, hope tomorrow's is better. You know what I'm saying? But we got a North Carolina artist right here that passed away last night, man. At Durham, North Carolina, man. You feel me? Y'all know Durham, like it's one of them greedy, one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? One of the gutters cities in the goddamn state, for real. You feel me? This right here, YBT right here, like. Bro been doing his thing for the while, like, you know what I'm saying? Him get Rizz hand in hand type shit, man, you know, with the music and shit, bro. They was in high school, listen to Pro Number, you feel me? Shit crazy as fuck, that phone number, you know what I'm saying? And he still been doing his thing and shit like that. He dropped a few little songs and shit a few months ago, you know? Where it's just like, you know, RP and praise for his family and shit, man, you know.
Thing about the rap industry in 2026 is people starting to weigh in the pros and cons a lot more than they used to. Some might still blame social media. Others might say people are simply waking up. But one thing is clear. A lot of artists are realizing the odds of making it in rap are even slimmer than making it to the NBA. Think about it. There's only one Drake. There's only one Taylor Swift, Gucci Mane, Lil Baby, etc. But rarely do we talk about the artists who had a hit record, were relevant for a year or two, and then suddenly everything started going downhill. Sometimes it is the contracts, personal decisions, or even the talent. But sometimes it's simply the reality of being labeled a one-hit wonder. But another conversation we don't have enough is about the artists who try to keep the same image of success to the public, even after the moment has passed. Because once the lights go out, the pressure does not. And in some cases, it pulls people right back into the environment they was trying to escape. Now in the last 24 hours...
Like, phone them had a hit ass record with fucking Rich the Kid, like back in the day. Niggas with middle school listen to that shit. You know, it's like, bro, that shit crazy as hell. And niggas was just now, like, not really, but like, you know what I'm saying? He had a little buzz, but when he got locked in with that nigga, bro, shit been going great ever since, my dog. You know.
I was one of 3 members from a rap group out of Durham, North Carolina, was reportedly shot and killed while sitting inside a vehicle. He was the youngest member of the group. Before the group formed, he was already pursuing music of his own. Later, they would gain attention, build a following, and even reach the point of getting signed. But just like that, the momentum disappeared. No longevity, no long-term deal, no retirement plan, and no health insurance. Just a viral song that still sits on the internet as a reminder of what used to be after the group.
Hold on, I'm just saying, just like, y'all know in all my videos and my reaction videos and shit like that, we get Rizz and shit like that. I told y'all he like to me, he like the chief key for our you know what I'm saying, our whole little shit. Like, set it off, get Rizz, phone them right here. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas over there like that, bro. They changed the music in the Carolinas. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? It was hitting. Shit was hitting. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know. Shit crazy, man. You know, I'm starting
Slow down, he went back to pursuing music as a solo artist, but the views were never quite the same. And in an interview just a few months ago, he spoke openly about something that caught a lot of people's attention that we'll later check out. But one of those things he mentioned was during the time he was traveling and experiencing success outside of his city, he actually felt uncomfortable being away from his neighborhood. Sometimes people do outgrow certain environments, but sometimes those environments never let you fully leave. Now today, we're going to go over his story, go over his upbringing in Durham, North Carolina,
crazy,
the group he came up with, the success they once had, and the events that caused things to begin falling apart. Because one of the older members of the same group was reportedly involved in multiple drive-by shootings that injured 2 children on 2 separate occasions. One of those incidents happened in a fast food drive-thru, and the other happened when a child was simply trying to get a snow cone. One of those kids would lose their life due to the mistaken identity. And now, years later, the youngest member of that group has been shot and killed in similar fashion. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we're going to Durham, North Carolina. Many artists connected, even if they wasn't born there, like J. Cole, Tusi, and many more. Now, Durham was known to have higher violent crime rates than the national average. Though the city has been trying to lower it in recent years, Durham has been around 290,000 residents, and it sits in the research triangle. Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel.
Yeah, like Raleigh and Durham, they're like on top of the state type shit. It's like you could say they like up north of the state and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know the line and shut that the state and shut that, like you step here, you feel me? You step right here in this lane right here, you in Carolinas and shit. It's like they like up there on top of shit like that, and you go down and shit like that. Then they got the Greensboro, they got the Charlottes, they got the Fairfields down there on the east. All type of shit like that, you know?
Yeah. In recent years, the city has dealt with gang activity, gun violence, and drug trafficking cases. Most violent crimes involve firearms and retaliatory shooting, often tied to neighborhood disputes. But on the bright side, they got Duke University and the Durham Bulls Athletic Park.
They got Duke. That's the motherfucking. That's why they motherfucking. You feel me? That's really one of my names right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. But I lived in Durham for 1 year, but I was a baby. I was at least I was just born type shit, like 2 years. I was like 2-year-old, 3-year-olds. But I was young as fuck though, you know.
Famous
minor league
baseball
shit
team
about
known
Durham
nationally because of the movie Bull Durham. And by the late 2010s, a rap group with an Atlanta trap sound was making noise that was born and raised from Durham, North Carolina. 83 Babies. They caught the air of Rich the Kid, who signed them to his label before they issued their self-titled debut album, which featured the underground hit, No Cap.
Ain't no cap in my rap. I really see in the trap. I'm really serving the packs. I'm really moving like that.
And the group was formed by rappers
like phone them, like chill out,
Set
man.
It Off, aka Set It Off 83, and YBT, aka Young Boss Tevo. Tevo was the youngest, and according to him, this how they got signed.
Waiting for somebody to open that motherfucker. I felt like we were kicking that bitch in. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
We still doing this shit though.
How did Rich the Kid find you guys?
A cameraman actually. The cameraman that be with him, shout out Marshall, my nigga Uncut. He used to play our music around him all the time. So eventually he gonna be like, who the fuck is them little niggas? You feel me? You get what I'm saying? And it went from there. Next thing I know, we got them in LA and shit with them, kicking it. In the studio with motherfuckers, big artists, Meek Mill, goddamn. It's hella people, but yeah, we end up getting signed and shit later on.
Yeah, how would you describe your time being signed to Atlantic, right?
Yeah. At the time, it was a happy moment, I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? I don't know, shit just, weird vibes and shit. But yeah, it was happy. That check, you feel me? When that check hit, it was all good, I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Doing that shit, though.
Right. But
how did the song No Cap come?
All money ain't good money, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, he got some real faces in this bitch, you feel me? They got Tay right there, you feel me? Boss Flip right here. That nigga be going crazy like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you gotta get Zay right there, you know what I'm saying? But following that shit crazy as hell, man.
Because you weren't on it at first, right?
I wasn't on it. Alright, so we made it in Charlotte with, I forgot the name of the studio. It was where the baby used to record. His engineer used to record us and shit. Cause we were coming up. Like, he like, yeah, y'all the next big thing, you feel me? So, Lil Tone and Set It Off made the song. I ain't really like it at first, you feel me? It was another song that I hopped on that I thought was gonna go, you feel me? So we was in LA and Rich telling them like, tell YBT get on No Cap. I'm like, man, hell no, I don't want to get on it, you feel me? Johnny Dane pulled up on us on Do Our Girls and shit. He actually told me to get on the song. He like,
Johnny Dane?
Johnny Dane and the dude Johnny Boy who be with him. He like, bro, get on this. Like, it's hard, it's a hit, you feel me? I'm just like, damn, like everybody know me. If we in the studio, I'm indecisive as hell. I'm like, damn, what the hell should I say? Cause I go out the dome, you feel me? So he like, man, get on it. So I'm just like, alright, fuck it, I get on it. Next thing I know, like everybody liking my verse, you feel me? When Rich Kid post my shit, cause I'm the youngest, he like, he only such and such, and he doing this shit. Everybody like, oh yeah, he hard as hell. So I'm going with it, like, fuck it. I'm on this bitch. This how I hit, you feel me?
So I be telling y'all every time in my videos, I be like, shout out to the Carolinas, nigga. Like, we really got that shit on lock. It's like niggas really underground still, but it's like everybody in the state know the motherfucker. So it's like you already type famous in the state, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're just waiting for some global type shit, you know what I'm saying? Get Rich J and phone them right here. They was supposed to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Making bigger hits. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But, you know, niggas be having different plans though.
What was it like watching that song blow up like it did there?
For me, it was kind of unbelievable because at first I didn't think it was gonna blow, you feel me? But set it off, he used to always tell me like, bro, this gonna blow, you feel me? I'm like, alright, you feel me? I was just going with it from there.
Yeah. How was that transition for you coming from the streets into the music industry?
Me, like, it was kind of hard because I'm from the trenches. Like, I stayed in the trenches 16 years plus, you feel me? I'm from Bradtown, North Carolina. Me and both of them, you feel me?
But just 7 months after getting signed, things would come crashing down. The older guy, Lil Tony, he would get arrested for what authorities claim a mistaken identity during a drive-by shooting that killed an 8-year-old boy. And that just come months after he allegedly did another drive-by that injured a teenage girl. According to police, the same month he got signed, a 13-year-old girl was injured in the Durham drive-by shooting. According to investigators, passengers in 2 separate cars traveling north on Roxborough Street began shooting at each other just before 4 p.m. A 13-year-old girl who was waiting in the drive-thru line at a nearby cookout was hit by a stray bullet and was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Another vehicle was also hit by gunfire in the Captain D's
cookout be going crazy. Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even if you don't got a real face, and you go to Cookout and go get you some food, because Cookout is a restaurant and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You get burgers, tenders, and all type of shit. You know, like real South food in there. I ain't gonna lie. Cookout is so popular. Y'all ass to come over there and see some motherfuckers over there that you ain't seen a while ago, and they over there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ops will come in there, get some food or some shit like that. Like, especially if you only got one in the state or you got 2 of them and shit like that, like y'all ass to fuck around and just see some people over there and then some shit is bad, you know? Shit go crazy and shit in that bitch, bro. Bro, I just come over there and get the tender tray. You know, gotta get that shit. Get the goddamn cheese bite sometime. If I munchies or some shit, I used to be drunk as hell. I used to tell y'all that shit. Go to Cookout with the homegirl and Fremont, you know. Give me some little cheese bites and shit, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really that hungry. Give me some of that.
The shooting included a silver 4-door sedan and a burgundy Chevrolet Impala. Both had tinted windows. Then just 9 months later, after he got signed, August of 2019, a fatal shooting occurred Sunday before 9 p.m. at the intersection of Duke Street and Leon Street. Durham police said 2 boys ages 9 and 8 were driven to a local hospital in a private car. The 9-year-old, identified as Zion Pearson, died at the hospital. The 8-year-old suffered
I think my mama told me about that.
Gunshot wound to the arm. Sam Rose witnessed the shooting, which happened in front of her home. She quoted, "We heard about 15 shots when it happened. I saw what I thought was a motorcycle backfire, and they were right in the road, clearly traveling down the street. It was terrifying. It was probably over about 5 seconds. Police believe the children were shot while traveling in a Ford Escape. The suspects, believed to be traveling in a burgundy Honda Accord with tinted windows, fired multiple shots into the boy's car, according to police. And in case you missed it, fam, the reason they tied that crime that we previously talked about before this one to Lil Tony is because allegedly they used the same burgundy car. 3 years later, in July 2022, Antonio Davenport was 27, aka Lil Tony, alongside his accomplice, was sentenced to life in prison.
Sentenced 2 men charged with murdering this 9-year-old boy to life in prison.
I ain't know bro them had life though. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? They had their own little crew going on, you know what I'm saying? Some babies, you know what I'm saying? But dude right there, I wasn't really in tune to bro right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nigga had life neither.
One person was on his way to get a snow cone when he was shot to death inside the car. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Gerald Owens.
And I'm Lena Tillett. We all remember this devastating story. WRAL Sarah Kruger joins us live after speaking with Person's family, who says today justice was served. Sarah?
Lena, it was such an emotional day, and a lot of the testimony was really difficult to hear. But afterward, after the sentencing, Zion's family, they all came out here to the courthouse steps. They were hugging and rejoicing. Finally, they feel a little bit of peace.
A release of emotions years in the making.
At peace. I guess what?
Longer than he was his
only. And in this case, Deval Mag.
And then I remember you would actually DM me about 83 babies. Mm-hmm. So you and I were talking about me doing an interview with 83 babies, and you were going to do an interview as well, and we are going to get through all that. And then the news broke that little Tony was arrested for a shooting. Mm-hmm. I guess a 9-year-old boy got killed, another 8-year-old boy got injured. 83 Babies actually issued a statement on their Instagram saying little Tony will no longer be a part or associated with the group. When you heard that news, I mean, did you know? Because 83 Babies is 3 guys, right? Mm-hmm. Did you know all 3 of them pretty well?
Not like I know them well, you know, but you never know what can happen, and that's an ongoing case. So I don't really want to.
No. We're not going to talk about the case at all. It's still an open case because he's actually faced. So it's about to come out.
Yeah.
Must be rough.
You know, Vlad just be yapping.
Just before midnight, at around 11:58 on March 13, 2026, officers responded to a call of gunfire. When they arrived, they found 2 adult males and an adult woman inside a vehicle, all suffering from gunshot wounds. The 2 men were pronounced dead at the scene. The woman was taken to a local hospital with injuries that were not considered life-threatening. Investigators remained at the scene early Friday, working to determine the lead into the investigation. Police said, at the time, saw the information they had, with one of the victims being YBT, losing his life the same way.
And the other one that we always be on his videos and shit, big folks that be on his video and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that was his right-hand man or whatever, but I think it was his brother though. You know, you see him on the interviews and stuff. He died with him. It's crazy.
His members just got a life sentence in killing a teenager. May everyone in this story who lost their life rest in peace and love and condolences to their families.
Breaking news this morning. 2 men are dead and a woman is hurt after a shooting in Durham. The WRAL breaking news tracker captured the scene on Roxborough Street near Old Oxford Road. Just before midnight, 3 people were found in a car, all suffering from gunshot wounds. The woman is expected to recover, and right now the road is closed as officers work to learn more. We'll continue to follow this developing story.
Now, Rich the Kid went to Instagram within a couple of hours of me making this video.
That's so
posted
crazy,
his picture along with broken heart emojis. Now, with Set It Off 83 being the last member of 83 Babies, still breathing and free, he went to Instagram to say the following after the news. They want to know how I feel. Well, I say this. I never thought I'd be the last man standing. We were on the way to generational wealth. We changed to NC, not just Durham. Shit went downhill, but I never wish life in prison or death on any man, especially not the 2 I brought in the game with me. We ain't get right because of that fact. You always was with me. It ain't changed. I love you, little cuz, even if it was from a distance, because I knew them ends weren't like that you was running with. So the YBT, get your rest, cuz. 100, forever 83 babies. There you have it, fam. The story of a young rapper out of Durham, North Carolina, who once had a moment where it seemed like everything was starting to line up. The music was gaining attention. The views were there, and for a brief period of time, looked like the industry door had finally opened. But as we've seen happen so many times before, that moment didn't last forever. The group eventually went their separate ways. Momentum slowed down, and like many artists who experienced a glimpse of success, reality started to set in.
Yo, him right there. Phone him right here, man. Like, I just want to feel like how I seen how Get Rich at, how he feeling this shit, but I want that nigga to move somewhere like that. Move somewhere else, you know? Go to Atlanta or something, man.
No long-term contract, no retirement plan, no safety net. Just memories of what once was. Sitting online in the form of old music videos and interviews. And in one of his last interviews, he spoke about something that a lot of people from the streets understand too well. Sometimes when you leave your environment, even if it's for something bigger, it can still feel uncomfortable. But going back to that same environment come with its own risk.
Like, I'd be homesick or something, but they said, I'd be like, man, I ain't homesick. I just want to go back to the city. You feel me? We'll be in LA doing shit that I ain't used to, like hang around motherfuckers, like other people, homies ain't my homies. I'd rather be around my niggas, you feel me? Because I already know how they coming. I can't put my trust in nobody else, you feel me?
How much did you learn about the music business by being signed at the time?
A lot. It showed me that you can't really depend on nobody but the people who on your team back at home, you feel me? Such as my pops, shout out my pops, he a real figure out here, you feel me? He kind of helped us get the deal that we got, you feel me? You know, we just young. We had to have somebody older who seen through everything. He got us a lawyer and shit. We all had the same lawyer at the time, so she didn't really know what she was doing, you feel me? She helped us a little bit, you feel me? Yeah.
There you have it, fam. This group was known to be alleged Crips.
Shit crazy as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie. We just took a big ass L, man, for the state, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Rest up, man.